All right, everyone. CNN experiences one of its worst ratings disasters as its viewers decline by double digits in a single week. That's what we'll be talking about. On today's video, John Nolte over at Breitbart has a great piece detailing how the already humiliating ratings of CNN actually took another nosedive by double digits just last week. What seems to have prompted the ratings plunge was CNN's 24/7 coverage of the mass murder in New Zealand, which involved shamelessly trying to pin President Trump to the murders. Throughout the week, CNN questioned Trump's mental health, his patriotism. They accused him of serial lying. Again, Nolte points out this unhinged hate campaign obviously turned off a considerable number of Americans. When compared to the same week last year, CNN lost a total 16% on its primetime viewers and 17% in its daytime viewers. But the real hit they took was with young people. In the advertiser coveted 25 to 54 age demo, CNN lost an incredible 31% of its viewers during their primetime, 29% total for their daytime lineup. Now, when you compare CNN to Fox News, we find some pretty interesting stats. Not only does Fox News triple CNN in primetime viewers and more than double CNN in total daytime viewers, but during that same week when CNN hemorrhaged audience members, Fox held almost perfectly steady, with actually a 1% increase in primetime viewers and a 1% decrease in total daytime viewers. And as far as the ultra-left MSNBC is concerned, they held their losses more or less to single digits during the same week as CNN plummeted. When all is said and done, in all cable TV during primetime, Fox News hit number one, MSNBC number three, ESPN is number two, and CNN bottomed out at 11. When it comes to their individual shows, things get even worse for CNN. While 12 different shows on Fox News all appear in the top 20 rankings for cable news shows, and the other 8 go to MSNBC, when it comes to CNN, not a single one of their news shows, not one, registers in the top 20 cable news programs. Not one. Their closest, their most popular program is Chris Cuomo's Primetime Hour, which ranks a humiliating 23rd place with just barely over 1 million total viewers. And Anderson Cooper's show comes in at 24th. Every single show that Fox News has, whether it's Hannity, Tucker, Laura Ingraham, Fox and Friends, whatever, every single Fox News show tops every single CNN show. Fox indeed has 3 of the top 4 shows on cable news. I think it's rather plain as to why people are turning off CNN. And it's because it's emphatically not a news network. They're a propaganda machine. They don't report news. They report left-wing liberal globalism. That's key, I think, to understanding why CNN is faltering here. They don't report news. They report globalism. They're defenders and hysterical apologists for secular liberal globalism, and they seek to defame and malign and impugn any and all perceived threats to the liberal globalist order. This is why Trump and Putin are enemies numbers 1 and 2. They're quite rightly, by the way, perceived as enemies of the secular liberal globalist order that CNN celebrates and defends. All perceived threats to the health and well-being of secular liberal globalism are portrayed by CNN as evil and criminal and ignorant and bigoted and homophobic and racist and xenophobic. And of course, every single proponent of secular liberal globalism is portrayed as rational and sensible and hip and funny and cool. And some even get messianic status like Barack Obama for 8 years. That is CNN in a nutshell. Perhaps you don't remember, but I'll be happy to remind you. When the whole Stormy Daniels situation blew up, again, largely at the hands of the corporatist media, one report cited a stat that CNN had Stormy Daniels' lawyer, the guy who's since been widely referred to as the creepy porn lawyer, Michael Avenatti. The same Michael Avenatti that claimed he had what he called significant evidence that Judge Brett Kavanaugh was involved in drugging and gang raping girls during high school. Yeah, that Michael Avenatti, who's since been ordered to pay President Trump's legal bills in an utterly humiliating verdict for him. But regardless, CNN doesn't want you to remember this, but I'll be happy to remind you. when the whole Stormy Daniels fiasco broke out a few months back, CNN had Avenatti on their programs more than 5 dozen times in a matter literally of days. 5 freaking dozen times. Who on earth could possibly believe that this is a news organization? No, the Food Network gets higher ratings than CNN. I mean, it's nothing more than a massive left-wing globalist propaganda machine and shouldn't be taken seriously, at least especially given its hysterics. And the good news is that the number of viewers who take them seriously is dwindling ever more by the day. And to make matters even worse for CNN, remember, they're currently being sued for over $250 million in damages by Nick Sandmann, the young man who's at the center of the whole Covington Catholic School controversy at the March for Life in Washington, D.C. CNN is being sued in Nick's lawyer's terms for their vicious coverage of Nick and his supposed racist and privileged posture standing in front of the Native American fellow who was actually harassing him. CNN is so bad in all of this, just to give you an idea of how left-wing ideology so dominates their mediation of events, they still have a tweet up, an official CNN tweet that's still up on Twitter blaming Sandmann and his classmates for racism and taunting a Native American elder. Fox News couldn't help but point out that this tweet is under CNN's banner, #FactsFirst. And then to make matters even worse, the tweet links to a story on CNN's website that claims it's been updated several times that continues to represent the students as deliberately mocking the Native American fellow, even though they've been completely exonerated from any wrongdoing in the matter. You had CNN commentators actually coming out and saying that Nick Sandmann, this young teenager, was deplorable. They actually used the basket of deplorables terminology. One in particular said he was deplorable and should be punched in the face. This is but one of numerous examples for why Nick Sandmann's lawyers are suing CNN for its vicious slander of Nick and the students. And so things just keep getting worse and worse for CNN. And it couldn't happen to a nicer left-wing globalist propaganda machine. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Click on either our Patreon, subscribe star, or PayPal links below. Become a supporter of this channel. And help us to continue to analyze current events in light of awesome conservative trends so that you can personally and professionally flourish. God bless.